Filthy argument. Alright guys, welcome back to some more Umineko, where they cry. I guess I should explain what Battler's talking about, but if you've seen last part, you'll know. Rosa's suspecting the servants with the keys of having killed Jessica, and Battler's saying that, well, at least we're thinking that the easiest suspect would be Beato, the random mysterious guest to have killed people. However, because Beato doesn't have one of the keys, and that's a red truth by the way, that there's only 5 keys and that the servants have them. Well, I mean, the servants having them is not one of the red truths. The red truth is specifically that there's only 5 keys that each servant has. But there's only 5 keys, and it's easier to suspect Beato than the rest. And so, are we then supposed to believe that Beato used magic to lock the door? And that's what Battler's talking about. It's a filthy argument. It's a filthy argument to believe that Beato locked the door with magic. God damn it. But yeah, last part we had, yeah, Rosa was just accusing everybody. She got herself a gun, just like Natsu did, from Kinzo's study, I believe, or at least nearby Kinzo's study or something. I don't really know where they get their guns from. But they got their shotgun thing, whatever it is, and she came to the parlor and she was like, and everyone decided to go check Jessica and Kanon, well, Jessica's room that Kanon's supposed to be in, to see where, you know, to bring them here because, you know, people are dying. You know, bring them back to the parlor and join the gang because people are dying and, you know, they want them to be safe, of course, right? There's a culprit out there. And so they came over here, they opened the lock thanks to Gora's key. Now, we know it's Gora's key. And they found her dead. They didn't find Kanon, of course, because we know Kanon got dispersed by Beato. However, they did find Jessica's key to the room. However, it was in the side table in the room, and the room was locked. So from the outside, like as in whoever killed her wasn't in the room, right? Because we saw how all the family members searched the room to find if there's someone in there, but they didn't find anyone in there. And since the room was locked, that means whoever killed her locked the room outside and then left, which means they must have had a key. So it's easy to suspect one of the servants. You can suspect Gora, you can suspect Kumosawa, not Sharon and Genji because they were in Kinzo's study, but you can definitely suspect Kanon because they haven't found him yet. Kanon could have run away somewhere. Yeah. And that's basically what Rose has been doing. She's just threatening everyone. So was it you, Gora? Oh, was it you, Kumosawa? Oh, are you telling me it was Kanon? Huh? Like, and of course, Shannon's not having any of it. She's like, no, it's not Kanon. And then she accuses Shannon, and then George is not having any of that. And he goes, no, it's just Shannon. so everyone's just, it's a bit of a chaotic situation right now. And yeah, we'll just continue. Oh yeah, and yesterday actually, I watched the JJK movie, the Jujutsu Kaisen movie that I said I was gonna watch. I believe last part I said, and it was a good movie. It was exactly what I expected. It's JJK. You know, if I had, I'm not gonna do a video on this. It's on separate video because I don't need to. It's Jujutsu Kaisen 0. I mean, everyone knows what they're signing up for, right? Jujutsu Kaisen 0. You're there for good fights, good choreography, right? Great animation, some cool characters, and of course the budget on Satoru Gojo's eyes, because his eyes, holy crap! Well, I don't know what the animators are doing with his eyes, but they're shining blue. So yeah. And like I said, I went there with a group of friends yesterday, and it was a good movie. I enjoyed myself because it's basically just I got exactly what I came there for. What I went there for. You know what I mean? I went there to watch a different protagonist in a prequel of the movie and do stuff, and that's exactly what I got. Now as I went there with a group of friends, one of them said they sure didn't like the movie, which to me was shocking. I don't know whether they like season 1 or not. I don't know if they even watched season 1. They probably did though, because I think the movie is if you enjoyed season 1, I don't see how you won't enjoy the movie, because the movie just follows up on what season 1 does. It's great. So I don't see how you wouldn't like the movie, other than maybe if you don't like the main character and his attitude, which I understand. I do prefer Itadori over this character that we got for this movie. As a main character, Itadori to me is much more interesting, simply because he's not, I don't know, I feel like I've seen the main character of Jujutsu Kaisen 0, the movie. I feel like I've seen his character type done before, so I wasn't too interested in him compared to Itadori personally. But yeah, then another person who watched the movie with me said that he only started liking it after the school stuff was over. Which, by the way, the school stuff was the first 40% of the movie. The first 40 or something percent of the movie was just them spending time in school with the main character and stuff like that. It took a while before things really kicked off. Although it was always kind of kicking off, babe. There was always action going on. I mean, the movie's filled with action, but it took some time before things really kicked off with the villain, which does bring up some questions. The movie definitely brings up some questions regarding the villain, regarding Gojo for sure, and I want to see them answered in season 2 whenever that comes out. I believe next year. So yeah. Anyway, back to Umineko. I just want to follow up on what I was talking about last video about watching the JJK movie. Decent movie. I think if you enjoyed season 1, you'll enjoy the movie. If you haven't watched season 1, then I do recommend watching season 1 before watching the movie. It's not impossible to watch the movie without having watched season 1 of JJK, but I don't know. It was always. It's nice to see how the movie gives nods to characters we already met in the series, if that makes sense. Because 90% of the characters, 99 basically percent of the characters, almost all the characters you meet in the movie are characters you already see in the show. And if you haven't seen the show, as in season 1, then you'll see a lot of characters that you don't know. That I don't know. I think the movie experience will be heightened if you actually watch season 1 personally. But you'll definitely understand what's going on in the movie, even if you haven't watched season 1, because they actually do a decent job re-explaining things that were already established in season 1 with the whole curses and that. And it didn't have any domain expansion bullcrap. Well, it did have some. The veil thing that, you know, that protects an area from curses or whatever that veil thing is called. But it didn't have domain expansions, which there were in season 1. Domain expansion is one of my favorite things ever. When Gojo does his infinite void thing, that was awesome. But we didn't see any of that in the movie, which I would have liked to see, but it's fine. But yeah, solid movie. Let's continue on with Umineko for now, though. Excited for season 2. Alright, filthy arguments, filthy. Let's go. Make it my fault.
19人目の謎の来客のせいにすればよいではないか。
But then you'd win.
そうすれば人間どもの醜い押し付け合いを見ずに済むぞ。
I will say, Rosa's been a lot more accusatory than Nottie was actually. Nottie was a lot more hesitant to accuse someone. I think it's partly because Nottie lives in the mansion, right? She's the one that's living in the mansion, so she knows the servants well, and she basically has more feelings for everyone than Rosa has, in a way, if that makes sense. Rosa probably doesn't care as much about the servants, so she's a lot quicker to accuse them or to threaten them, like, hey, were you the one to do it? Well, Nottie was more calm. Not calm, but Nauti's definitely not calm, but more passive with the aggression. I'll say that much.
つまりなんだよ。犯人は19人目の来客、ベアトリーチェ。こいつは魔女だから、マスターキーがなくても魔法で施錠できた。
She's a witch, so she could lock the door without a key using magic.
そいつを認めろってのかよ。ふざけるな。ふざけるな。
Battle's not accepting that.
前回のゲームでお前の弱点は知り尽くしているぞ。
Oh, okay, so you used last game to study, so now you can win against me. Is that it? Good luck with that, witch.
さあどうするどうする。お前はわらわを絶対に認めないのだったな。ならカノンというちょうどいい生贄を使えばよい。
Hey, don't try Kanon like that. Let's not use Kanon as a perfect sacrifice. Nah, let's not do that.
カノンがジェシカを殺した。
That's the weak ways out.
ローザの説を支持すればこの場は丸く収まるぞ。カノンはもう死んでいるのだ。
Detective is already dead. That show sucked, by the way. It was very Detective's already dead, by the way.
死者に気遣う必要などあるまい。そしてこの場にいる誰も疑わずに済む。
So Kanon is already dead, and you're telling me we should say that he did it because there's no need to show concern for the dead? Boo!
ちくしょう、お前を認めたりはしない。でもカノン君が犯人だなんてそんなことはありえない。
Kanon being the culprit, that's impossible. We're going back.
私は誰も疑いたくはありません。しかし疑わしきは黒ということもあるにはあります。
Nanjo, wise words. Wise words from Nanjo. It is sometimes the case that the suspicious are the guilty. Thanks, Nanjo. Hey, you know what? Nanjo, I'll clap back with my own words of wisdom. It is sometimes the case that the suspicious are innocent. Wow, I know, right? That's crazy.
とにかく用心するに越したことはないでしょうな。
There's probably nothing better than caution.
南條先生、それはどういう意味ですか？
What do you mean by that?
その勘違いしないでください。私はカノンさんを犯人だと決めつけたいわけじゃない。しかし事情がわかるまでカノンさんが犯人の可能性もあると。 そう思っておいた方が安全だというのです。
I believe keeping that in mind is safer. Now there's also the question of why would Kanon kill the person he loves? You know what I mean? Why would he kill the girl he loves? That doesn't, I don't know, that's weird. Although people have many different reasons for doing stuff, so.
そうですわね。用心はしてしすぎることはありませんもの。
Shut up, Kumasawa. You're just saying that to avoid suspicion. You cannot be too cautious. Well, that's true. I mean, your words are right. What you're saying is right, but your intention isn't those words. Is what I'm saying. You're just defending yourself. Which is fair enough. I would also defend myself in that situation. She's holding a gun. Rosa's holding a gun, bruh. I'm gonna defend myself. Hell yeah. It didn't seem as though anyone blamed Nanjo. In reality, no one thought that Kanon was the culprit. But if they didn't suspect him, they would have to suspect one of the servants here. We didn't want to do that. We didn't want to suspect. We didn't want to be suspected. I think that might be your weakness there. I think Beato might have noticed one of Battler's weaknesses, and we saw that when Battler won 2 against her, that one of Battler's weaknesses may be that he doesn't suspect one of his friends or one of his family members, one of people close to him. You know what I mean? He's not suspecting them. You remember when Beato asked him, "Oh well, who do you think is the culprit?" And Beato said, "I refuse to tell you that. All I have to do is make sure that your magic doesn't exist. I don't have to suspect anyone." And now here, Beato's created a situation where you kind of have to suspect someone if you don't believe in magic. So Beato's clever here with the situation where, well, you're gonna suspect them, Battler, and that is one of Battler's weaknesses. And Beato's probably gonna come after him in this game board or whatever, whenever they start battling for this. That hey, yeah, you have to suspect someone, right? And that's one of his weaknesses, right? That he's too, maybe he's too, not trusting of others, but more like he cares too much about people and about the people close to him, and he refuses to accept that one of them may actually be the culprit, even though one of them has to be the culprit. That could be at least that could be one of the weaknesses Berto was talking about, that Battler has. We didn't want to suspect, we didn't want to be suspected.
それで正解よ。警戒してしすぎるということはない。それについて異論はないわね。
Is there anyone who objects to that? We cannot be too vigilant.
いい？この殺人事件にはお父様の黄金伝説が関わっている可能性がとても高い。だとすれば、数百億円の莫大な黄金を独り占めしようと企む何者かの犯行に違いない。
It's the crime of someone planning to keep a vast amount of gold worth tens of billions of yen all for themselves.
それだけのお金が手に入れば、どこの国でも生涯遊んで暮らせるわ。
You really could. Tens of billions of yen, that's what? Yeah, that is many millions of dollars. I mean, that's that's a crazy amount, right? That's hundreds of millions of dollars, right? Hundreds of millions of dollars. That's enough to sustain you like, what, 3 lives, basically 3 lives. If you give someone, what, $300 million or something, they don't have to do anything for their next 3 lives, right? Surely, okay. How much money does someone need until they can sustain themselves for the rest of their life? If that makes sense. Like, if you give someone $100 million, do you reckon that from being a baby till the end of their life, that $100 million will be enough for everything that they ever spend money on? $100 million. That's a crap ton of money, man. That is so much money. I wanna say yeah. Surely, right? I mean, yeah, you can just buy a house, right? You just keep living. I don't know. $100 million. Yeah, dude. That's surely enough to sustain your entire life. What if you add children? What if you add family and children onto that, though? Will it be enough to sustain your children too? As in, like, for yourself, if that makes sense. Because eventually when the children grow up, they're gonna have to earn their own money and do their own things, obviously. So that one, I don't know. We're getting too deep into discussion. But yeah, Rose is right. I mean, you have hundreds of millions of dollars. You can just play around for the rest of your life. You really don't. Right? You don't even need to earn money from a job anymore. That's enough money forever.
そのためなら私たちを皆殺しにすることだってあるかもしれない。
It may be possible that they will massacre us for this reason.
マスターキーを持っていないという理由でジェシカちゃん殺しについてだけは19人目の来客。
Our guest wasn't holding master key for the murder of Jessica Chan and this murder alone.
ベアトリーチェを容疑者から外した。
That is a very simple reason.
でも事件に関わってないとは言えない。
It's true. Maybe she is related to the crime. Rosa? I love Maria there too.
何しろ莫大な黄金ですもの。犯人は複数人いる可能性だって否定できない。
I mean, yeah, there could be multiple culprits who are planning to split the money between each other. What about you, Rosa, holding that gun of yours?
今この瞬間。この中に犯人に買収されている人間が混じっているかもしれない。
One of the people here might have been bought by the culprit. Holy crap. As Auntie Rosa yelled, she looked all around, her gun still raised. Holy freaking crap, she's going after us, yo. Don't believe anyone, suspect the person next to you. That's what she was saying. But no one wanted to suspect. They didn't want to suspect anyone here. And they also didn't want to be suspected. That weakness in their hearts demanded an answer from those not here. Only 2 groups of people you can be sure aren't suspects.
そして死体になったものだけよ。
Dang! There are only two groups of people who aren't suspects. You and corpses.
それはカノン君も同じ。
The same goes for Kanon.
死体が見つからない限り、彼はジェシカちゃん殺しの最有力容疑者なのよ。だから用心して。
So basically, until we all die, Kanon's the most likely suspect. Cool. Because we're not gonna find his corpse.
もし生きてたとしても、何かの理由を取り繕っても、絶対に信用しちゃダメよ。
To be fair, Kanon could also use magic. What if he used magic to survive? Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy talk.
いいわね。
Alright. No one gave an answer. I guess an answer. A little bit of a grammatical itch there. Okay. No one gave an answer of their own initiative. However, those who met Auntie Rosa's eyes had to nod their heads. Man, I'm really loving this Auntie Rosa. I'm really liking her attitude right now. Hell yeah. Suspect everyone, trust nobody, except yourself and corpses. Humans are social beings. In other words, from the time they are born, trusting each other is imprinted in their genes. It is unpleasant to go against that. They definitely don't want to suspect anyone. But if they had to suspect someone, they thought that choosing one of the people not here right now would be the most acceptable. For just the reason of acceptability, they had passively chosen to sacrifice Kanon. Aw. Well, Shannon won't have any of that. But she can't do anything. Let's go! Moon is playing again. I really like this soundtrack. Yeah, like I said, Shannon's not gonna have any of that. But she can't say anything, to be fair. I mean, Rosa's holding a gun, so I mean, might as well just follow what she's saying. This is ridiculous. I definitely don't want to believe that Kanon-kun is the culprit. I'd only just heard it from Jojaniki, but not only were the two close in age, they were also in love with each other, right? They also had that adolescent relationship Auntie Rosa had mentioned. Oh yeah, nah, they were in love with each other. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, Berto really planted those seeds of love. Man, freaking love is the single element of the universe. I'm never gonna forget she said that. It may be a little late now, but yes, they really did have that kind of air about them. A little late now, very late now. After seeing her parents' tragic bodies, Jessica bearing deep wounds in her heart, would only have trusted Kanon-kun. That's a very conceivable story, so I don't like it. Kanon-kun was the only one she trusted. So she wouldn't have let anyone but Kanon-kun in. And you're saying that since, oh, this also saying that she was stabbed in the back, that means she was stabbed by someone she trusts. Well, she was willing to trust. So Kanon-kun is the most likely culprit, right? Rather than the servants, the other servants. So he was the only one who could have killed Jessica. I just can't accept that line of argument.
わかった。カノン君がもし現れても油断しないで。カノン君の無実を証明できない限り、私たちはジェシカちゃん殺しの犯人をカノン君だと仮定します。
We will suppose that Kanon-kun is the culprit to kill Jessica. Alright. Auntie Rosa made that claim. By using the ever so slightly vague word suppose, ultimately, she gave everyone that last little push they needed. Yeah. Alright, Rosa, okay. Everyone nodded weakly, and under the excuse that they were just temporarily supposing it, they concluded that Kanon was the culprit who had killed Jessica. Yeah, god damn it. That vague word, suppose. Huh? Well, other than Shannon, I highly doubt Shannon concluded that. Shannon's still with Kanon, right? She supports Kanon. She just doesn't want to say anything because that gun is pointed at her. Man, the piano in this soundtrack is really good. I wonder what the dead Jessica and Kanon would think if they could hear this exchange. Well, oh, Jessica would be furious if she could hear this exchange. Jessica would be so furious. She'd be like, "No! How dare you! Kanon would never kill me." Oh my god. No freaking way. well, speak of the devil. I guess we're going to literally see what they're thinking as they're dying. Jessica was crying. She was crying in the chest of the person who had put his life on the line to fight for her, Kanon. Yep, and hearing this exchange. So okay, so there's some afterlife crap going on here where both of them are dead and they're hearing this exchange of dumb people talking. So then I wonder, if these two can talk to each other in the afterlife, can everyone who has ever died so far do this too? In episode 1 as well? Could the 6 people who died in episode 1 do this? What about Hideyoshi and Eva in episode 1? And even Kanon, who died in the boiler room? Or even Kinzo? Can any of them hear anything? How does this work? They have afterlife speeches? It was frustrating. So frustrating that it felt like her chest would explode. She grieved and resented how far the dignity of the dead had been trampled. Okay, Jessica, to be fair, Rose is holding a gun at them. I mean, come on. She's holding a gun at them! And I knew this would be her reaction, by the way. I literally said this. Her reaction would probably be like, no way Kanon is the one that killed me. I said something along those lines. See, I knew it. I know exactly how Jessica acts. See that? I knew it. Because there's no corpse. I still don't understand how they're talking the afterlife, but again, magic stuff is going on. Who knows? It's magic. Why did you seem like a culprit because there's no corpse? Yeah, he risked his life to fight for you, and guess what? We didn't see it. Well, I saw it, but they didn't see it. Rosa is still holding a gun at them. Jessica, I'm sorry, if you were there and it was someone else that died, you would have acted the same way, because she's holding a gun at you. Rosa's holding a gun at you. I highly doubt Shannon actually thinks Kanon was a culprit, but if Rose is holding a gun at you, I mean, you gotta just nod your head, you know what I mean? And she also probably did it to show, to get on Battler's weakness, right? Because then they would suspect Kanon. That's probably another reason why she did it. To call it the culprit because of that, it's horrible. It's too horrible.
いいんです。結局守りきれなかったけれど、最後にお嬢様のお役に立てたのですから。
Hey, I was able to be of use to you, my lady. Alright.
それをどうしてみんな分かってくれないんだよ。
Because they didn't see it.
やめろ、ローサおばさん。
Yeah, I mean, Rosa's the big one here. Rosa's the big one instigating all of this. I don't think. I think you're getting on them too much, Jessica. It's mostly just Rosa instigating everything. That messed up reasoning. I mean, emotionally, that reasoning is messed up, but logically, you can't fault her. Logically, it's not terrible reasoning. You know what I mean?
犯人だとは言ってません。疑わしいと。いえ、用心しようと。
Yeah, she's saying to be
そうい
careful.
う話ですから。
She is saying to be careful, yeah.
言ってるよ。
She is saying it.
こいつらはカノン君が犯人だということにして、きっと思考を停止する。
Oh, it's just like Beato said. Like, people won't think unless it's regarding the Laplace demon. Remember that?
もう私を殺した犯人が誰かなんて考えないよ。カノン君が犯人でない可能性なんて考えないよ。
They aren't gonna think of the possibility that you're the culprit. Don't worry, Jessica. I will. I'm here. I'll think of it.
そしてこの後も何かあるたびに行方不明のカノン君の仕業にして言い訳を繰り返す。私はそんなの耐えられないよ。
I can't stand that.
いいんです。お嬢様だけは 真実を知っています。
At least you know the truth, my lady.
私だけが知ってたって意味がないんだよ。
That's pointless.
死んで分かった。
I found out by dying.
真実ってのは生きてる人間のものだ。真実が残らなかったら死者は報われない。
Ooh. If the truth doesn't remain, the dead won't be rewarded. Ooh, okay, interesting. Okay.
何のためにカノン君が命を懸けたのか分かんなくなっちゃう。
They won't know why you risked your life. Sup? Bert, of course, listening in on this conversation.
実に愉快な見物よ。死者の嘆きほど甘い蜜も珍しい。
A very horny that is sweeter than the laments of the dead.
嘆け嘆け。そなたがいくら嘆こうとも、死者の声は決して聖者には届かぬ。
The voices of the dead never reach the living. Oh, I don't understand how any of this works. Man, I really want to know how this magic crap works. So dead people can now talk to each other, but their voices won't reach the living. How? Why? Oh. Hey, stop hitting Rosa. You're gonna give her headaches like Nazi got. Nah, but yeah, this is the first time we've seen dead people talk like this and do stuff. This is interesting. Of course they're not gonna hear your voice. Why don't you understand that? Come on, Jessica, try to put yourself in their shoes. In Rosa's shoes. Especially in Rosa's shoes, man. Rosa has to do this in a way. If you put yourself in Rosa's shoes, man, her actions are completely understandable in my opinion. My lady. It's sad, it's frustrating. Do you truly believe it's that important that the living realize it, Jessica? Because part of me thinks that even if people don't realize the efforts you put in, even people don't know of how much you truly did for humanity, or for... I mean, I'm just talking in a broad term here, but you know what I mean. I think the intention and the fact that you did it is more important than people realizing that you did it. You know what I mean? Because there's probably been plenty of people in history that haven't been truly acknowledged for the work they've done. Or somehow some people just stole other people's work and then got credit for it. And those people are now super famous in history books. While the other people who had their work stolen are never mentioned because they had their work stolen. And while that sucks, and you know, these other people don't deserve the fame, I think it's the intention of the original person and stuff that really matters the most. You know what I mean? I understand what you mean, Jessica, though. I understand like why you think that, yeah, the living should acknowledge what the dead have done, because you know, especially if the dead did something very important, very big. I mean, like trying to protect you, Jessica. But yeah, it sucks. But one thing you can be happy about is that the reader of the visual novel, Jessica, knows. And maybe you can say that for real life too. Maybe for real life, there's, you know, people watching over us, and then they'll know who really did the thing. And maybe that makes it all worth it. Maybe the human people alive won't realize, but there's something beyond that realizes. What about that? Some fourth dimension or even fifth dimension, peeps. Don't go, guys. Don't go. Rosa proclaimed that this room should be sealed until the police came. The rest didn't want to suspect each other, so they happily accepted that. They accepted Kanon as the tentative culprit. Without even imagining how much disgrace that gave to the dead, they accepted it.
お嬢様、もういいんです。ありがとう。
Thank you.
聞くなよ。
What the hell did the person left here just disappear? Nandro just disappeared so Jessica could show up. It was like too many characters on screen. Nandro needs to go so Jessica can appear. Don't go. What are they gonna do in this room? You're dead. What are they gonna do? I beg you come back. Oh! Nandro just left the room, and now Kumasawa left the room too. But what do you mean come back? Come back for what? They can't hear you, they can't see you. What do you mean? Come back for what? Don't leave us like this? Ah, is that it? Well, I'm afraid they will leave you like this. The laments of the dead never reach. Jessica! Man, Betty, you're a piece of crap.
全然ダメだな。
Oh, here we go. The only person that can humiliate her other than Shannon. Here we go. 全然ダメだ. Yeah. Oh, this soundtrack again. Let's freaking go. Let's go.
バトラ君、何？
全然ダメだ. Here we go. It's time for Battler for his cool moments. Yo, this is, I swear, this is some of the best parts of the visual novel. Just Battler just coming back and being like, nah, you're wrong, Rosa. ダメだぜ。全然ダメだ。
全然ダメだな。
Yeah, I love how it's different thought and everything. ダメだぜ。全然ダメだ。Nah. At the time everyone made to leave the room, only Battler had his back to them, and he was still looking down at Jessica's body. He's looking down at Jessica's body and going, Jessica, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you, my cousin. Rosa's still holding the gun, but Battler's going like, nah. Yo, I love it. Dude, it reminds me of the tea party moment, man. It reminds me of the freaking tea party moment. That moment was so good. When Jessica was dying in the tea party and she was going off. And she said, Battler, you're the best of us. Don't believe in her. You can do it. You can win. Ah! And then she left, right? And then Battler just screamed, I'll never believe you. That was an awesome moment. And here, with this soundtrack again, Dead of the Grave. This soundtrack is so good. Here we go. Battler, Tello. Here we go. What is Battler gonna do? I'm just imagining Battler looking down at Jessica's body going, nah, I don't think so.
全然ダメって。どういうこと？何か異論でもあるの？
You have some objection? Of course he has objection. Phoenix fight time. Objection! Come on.
警戒しようって話にだけは賛成する。だが、カノン君が犯人ってことにしようって話は悪いが拒否させてもらう。
Oh, Shannon's gonna love Battler after this too. I mean, as in love Battler for saying this, not love Battler. I mean, she still loves George, of course, but you get the point. Oh, nah. You're taking Cross's words again. The Cross ho again.
ここで食いついてくるとは カノンが犯人ではなく、しかもわらわの仕業でもないならば、このジェシカの部屋の密室をどう説明する？
How do you explain this locked room that Jessica's room has become? Give us some red truths then.
実を言うと、それについてはお手上げだ。まったく、俺はどうして全然ダメだなんて言っちまったんだ。
Why did I say it's not God I'm good?
自分の言動には責任を持たねえとな。
You're a freaking ball battler, he's awesome.
理論武装ゼロの都市空間。
But you're still gonna argue.
だがな、俺はこれ以上指を加えてないぜ。ベアトリーチェ。
Beatrice! Don't worry, Shannon. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you.
カノン君が犯人ではないという証拠でもあるのかい？
Considering Battler just said that he has no weapons to argue with, maybe not. But let's see what Battler has to say. Some proof that Kanon isn't the culprit. The expression that was those two faces was definitely expectant. They didn't want to believe that Kanon was the culprit. In truth, they believed in Kanon. Of course they did, especially Shannon. So this expectation was because they wanted to be made to believe in him even more strongly.
なら、バトラ君は他の使用人の誰を疑うの？
So Rose is immediately going after the other servants rather than anyone else.
ゴーダさん？それとも熊沢さん？
Gold or is it Kumasawa?
よせよ、ローザおばさん。俺は熊沢のばあちゃんという人をよく知ってる。たまに仕事をサボってたりするが、いつだって人を楽しくさせようとする人だ。たとえ金に目がくらんだとしても、殺しだけはする人じゃねえ。
Especially in her old age, man. Like, come on. You really gonna care that much about billions of yen, tens of billions of yen when you're, what, 70 years old? You know what I mean? 60 years old, however old Kumasawa is. Come on. She's not a person who would kill, not even if her eyes were dazzled by money.
バトラーさん。
Butler様.
そして、ゴーダさんとは俺は昨日会ったばかりだ。
Yeah, so you haven't known him for a long time, so yeah, good luck arguing for him.
正直、この人のことはまだよく理解していない。
He's a prideful man.
だが、分かったことがある。
But there is one thing I understand.
私は
The music stopped. Oh, never mind.
こんなに楽しそうに飯を作る人を俺は見たことがない。
Oh!
同じなんだよ。熊沢のばあちゃんと同じだ。ゴーダさんは人を喜ばせるのが好きな人だ。
Oh, that was a great compliment. Goro likes to make people happy. That's great.
そんな人が自分の飯をうまいと褒めてくれた人、たとえ金を積まれたって殺すもんか。
As if a person like that could kill people who praise his own food as delicious, even if money was piled up in front of him.
なら、バトラ君は誰がジェシカちゃんを殺したというの？
Now I'm interested. Because, like I said, one of Battler's weaknesses maybe that he doesn't quickly suspect someone close to him. Like he literally just did. He literally just arguing for people close to him instead of against. So.
マスターキーでしか施錠できないこの部屋に誰がジェシカちゃんを閉じ込めたというの？
Do you think shut Jessica up in a room that could only be locked by a master key?
待ちな。
Wait.
それを論じる前に、俺ははっきりさせておく。
Something I want to make clear.
誰々が犯人でないなら誰々が犯人という話がしたいんじゃない。俺は単にカノン君が犯人だということは断じてありえない。話がしてだけなんだ。
I don't care about who's the culprit and who's not the culprit. Listen. I'm just saying it's not Kanon. It's impossible to be Kanon. Completely impossible.
犯人がカノンではないということを立証できるというのだな。どうやって？
Establish that Kanon isn't the culprit. How?
実に簡単なことさ。
It's really simple.
危うく見落とすところだったぜ。
Dangerously close to overlooking.
ベアト。
Beato. Oh yes, please keep calling her that. I love it. I love it. Keep calling her Beato, because I call her Beato. Oh, here we go. Alright, time to get my notes up. Alright, here we go. I'm writing this down if there's any truths. Alright, let's see. I'm ready. Here we go. Alright, repetition requested. Alright, we're ready.
言えるもんなら言ってみろ。カノン君はマスターキーを持っていた。
Say it if you can. Kanon was holding a master key. Here we go. Repetition requested. She's sweating. Here we go.
カノン君はマスターキーを持っていない。
He wasn't holding a master key. Okay. Well, I was so ready to write down a note. But okay, she hasn't said any red truth. God damn it.
どうしてそんなことがわかるの？
I don't know if I told you guys this, but after I got a comment, and after that I've been writing things down. I mean the red truths down. Only the red truths and the magic circles. I haven't written down anything else. Because they told me that it will be it's a lot of things going on, and if I want to hope to solve things better, it's good to write things down. So I've just done that. Alright, Kanon wasn't holding master key. How can you tell that?
さっき俺はゴーダさんに話を聞いた。カノン君と別れる直前、
Just before he split up with Kanon?
ジェシカが貴賓室に殴り込みに行ったってあたりの話だ。
Oh, the part that we're just going to read the VIP room. Right. Now I remember. Yeah, I'm with you there.
ゴーダさん、あんたはちゃんと覚えてたよ。あんたはカノン君の名誉を守った。
You protected Kanon's honor. Oh.
私がですか？
I did.
同じ話は僕も聞いてたよ。でも僕にはよくわからなかった。
That was one of my favorite Golda moments too. Well, it is my favorite Golda moment.
説明してくれるかい、バトラ君。
Could you explain it, Battler?
そうさ。ジェシカは貴賓室の鍵を開けるとき、カノン君に鍵を借りたが返さなかった。
Dun dun dun!
だからカノン君はマスターキーを持っていないんだ。
She borrowed the key from Kanon but didn't give it back! Yo! Kanon wasn't holding the master key. But then where is the master key that Jessica was then holding? Because the key here in the side table is the key in the side table is Jessica's personal key to her room. So I mean, I don't really know how you guys have handled Jessica's corpse. So have you guys checked her pockets? Kind of rude to do, but if we're gonna argue for Kanon, I mean, go all the way. You know what I mean? Check Jessica's pockets. Check that she doesn't have another the master key that she borrowed from Kanon. Or was he?
確かにゴーダの記憶上ではマスターキーをカノンに返してはいない。しかしゴーダが見ていないところで返したかもしれない。それが絶対になかったとどう証明する？
How can you prove that it definitely didn't happen? Well, how can you prove that it did happen? How can you prove it's Kanon? We can't. Actually, I don't know. How can you prove that it didn't happen? I'm thinking. I don't know. What's Butler gonna say now? I actually don't know.
カノンの死体のポケットを調べればそれは立証できるだろうがそれはできない。
Well, how about we search Jessica's corpse? That's literally what I just said. We search Jessica's corpse.
証明は不可能だ。
It is impossible to prove.
全然ダメだな。
You're not goddamn good at all. I don't know how he's actually gonna counter argue. I don't know.
実に簡単なことじゃねえか。
It's really simple to prove, isn't it? How? Checking Jessica's corpse? Is that what you're gonna say? Does it have something to do with the keys in the side table? Beato did not look happy. Beato about to take her second L. Let's go. I'm loving this.
それじゃあカノン君は鍵を持ってなかったというの。
Saying that Kanon wasn't holding the key.
ああ。そしてその証拠はジェシカを調べればわかるはずだ。
Okay, so I'm right. I just wasn't sure whether that was what Butler was gonna say or not. So they are gonna search Jessica's body, her corpse. Alright. Jessica, if you don't mind, I mean, you're the one that really wants us to you know, to honor Kanon. So this has to be done. We're gonna search through your pockets.
ジェシカのポケットにカノン君のマスターキーが入ってるはず。
It should be in Jessica's pocket, and if it is, Battler's right on the money.
南條先生、調べてくれるか。
Dr. Nanjo, would you check for us? Is he on the money? Is he on the money? Yes. Nanjo dashed up to Jessica and searched in her jacket pocket. Everyone hope for it! Here we go! The suspense is here! Nanjo? What's your answer? MGH, that's a physics formula. That's the potential energy, mass, gravitational acceleration, whatever it's called in English, and height, potential energy. But that's obviously not what you're on about. You're just going. Alright, anyway, please be there, please, please. Here it is. We did it. We did it. Battler's the GOAT. Battler's awesome. Is this it? Yes. That is a master key. And now, considering we know the red truth specifically said the only master keys are the ones held by the servants, one key each. That's the master key. Without a doubt. At Genji's statement, there was a small of joyful voices.
それがカノン君のマスターキーだ。もう一度言うぜ。
I'll say it again. Alright, you've proved it. Yeah, it's impossible.
カノン君はマスターキーを持っていない。
Well, okay, it's not impossible. It's just Kanon-kun wasn't holding the master key.
だから施錠できたわけがないんだ。
There's no way you could have locked the door.
確かにそのように。でもカノン君がジェシカちゃんに会った最後の人物なのよ。
That's what we assume. That's what you're assuming. How do you know? How do you know for certain?
疑わしいことに変わりはないわ。
You're not wrong. He's suspicious. That hasn't changed. But how do you know Kanon was the last person to meet Jessica? No. Actually, no, he's not suspicious. How do you know he's the last person to meet Jessica? Because he could have been Gora. He could have been Kumasawa. How do you know Kanon was the last person?
予想ぜ。そういうの。
Let's give that a rest. Huh?
人間ってのは本来信じ合う生き物のはずだ。
Oh, it's this talk again.
なのに世知がない世の中を生きるために疑り深さを覚えちまう。だから何でも疑っちまう。俺たちは悲しい生き物だな。
We actually are. You're right about that, Battler.
その差がを俺は否定しねえ。
I won't deny that's our nature.
だが証拠なき断定だけは許さない。疑わしきは黒じゃねえ、白だ。
Oh, that one is good. That one was good. That one was good. That one. The suspicious are not guilty. They are innocent. Remember what Naji said earlier? His wise words of absolute extreme wisdomness. Well, there are some cases where the suspicious people are guilty. But to say no, The suspicious are innocent. They're suspicious, but they're innocent. Oh my god, dude. That. Guys. Innocent until proven guilty. The suspicious are innocent until proven guilty. They're still innocent. They're innocent. Alright? This is freaking Johnny Depp and Amber Heard again. Remember what happened to Johnny Depp is depressing, man. Guilt, it's innocent until proven guilty. Dang, that one was good from Battler though. The suspicious are not guilty, they are innocent. Oh, hell yeah. I won't tell you to carelessly believe everyone. Or say somebody's guilty because of speculation. He got you there, Rosa. Rosa, I love you, but he got you there. Let's go, Battler. That's... Well, you did say that sometimes they are the guilty, yeah. That was thoughtless. I apologize. You know what, Nanjo, I mean, actually, for you to say that, and now everybody's suspecting Kanon, I'm just saying, Nanjo. Reminds me of what Beato said about the doctor, typically being, you know, one of the accomplices of murders in these mystery novels. I'm just saying. Battler. He's done it for you, Shannon. For you and for George. Let's go. Shannon, I bet now you have newfound respect for Battler, right, Shannon? Hell yeah. He's given Beato, well, Beato doesn't really take an L here, but I'm just saying. He's the only other person to give Beato an L other than you, Shannon. So Shannon, hell yeah, you and Battler are the ones.
見事な推理だよ、バトラ君。ゴーダさんもありがとう。あなたが覚えていてくれたから、カノン君の疑いが晴らせました。
Because of what you remember, Kanon is clear from suspicion?
Yeah.
Clap, clap, clap! It was the dry sound of the witch's applause.
お見事、お見事。なかなかやるではないか。
Thank you.
やべえな。まんまと餌ごまに引っかかっちまったか。
Did I just fall for a blatant bait piece?
そなたは見事。カノンにだけはこの部屋の扉を施錠できなかったことを証明した。
Yes, but he didn't prove that what am I saying? What am I saying? Right. What was I saying? Right. Yeah. He proved that at least Kanon couldn't lock the door to his room. But... What was I saying? I forgot. Anyway, okay. Let's keep going.
使用人は全員マスターキーを持つはず。それが根拠となり、カノンが犯人扱いとなっていたのだから、少なくともその疑いは見事に晴らせたな。
And that's where we'll end it, I think. Because I just noticed that that I have to go soon. Yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed this part of Umineko when they cry. This has been fun. It was fun having Battler do another one of his. Not yet. Don't immediately go for that. That was fun. I always love when Battler does that. He's awesome. I really like Battler. I think we'll end it there. And like I said earlier, I have started writing down the red truths, so I guess I'm gonna continue doing that. If Beato here arrives with another red truth, I'm gonna continue writing it down, just in case. Who knows? They may be needed for the future, and since they're not saved by the visual novel in the tips section, I might as well do it myself. So yeah, that's what I've done. But okay, this part was fun. Nice to see Kanon being cleared for the most part. I don't think. Well, he's been cleared of suspicion of locking the door, but he hasn't been completely cleared of completely killing someone. It's just everyone's treating him as the culprit, so we needed to chill with that. And of course, we know that Kanon isn't the culprit, but you know, or at least we saw him using magic in that, but we didn't see him killing Jessica clearly, and Jessica was screaming in the afterlife about how he wasn't Kanon. Which I wonder now, does Jessica now in the afterlife go, "Oh my god, thank you, Battler, of course, I knew you'd do it." Is she gonna say something along those lines now, or are we just gonna leave the dead, the afterlife talking for another time? Because what is that about? What was what was Jessica and Kanon in the afterlife doing? What were they doing, talking to each other? How does that work? A lot of magic stuff is happening in this visual novel that I can't really grasp my head around fully just yet. But okay, we're gonna end there. Hope you guys enjoyed this. See you guys next time. Alright, y'all. Peace.